Hey guys, my name is Junaid Khan and welcome to Art of Arduino in Microcontroller tutorials. In this lesson we're going to look at how to build the ProtoShield for Arduino. This is the latest version of the ProtoShield. So the ProtoShield gives you the ability to do many different types of prototyping. So basically here I'm just going to show you where everything plugs in. But here you can see that wherever they've marked these rectangular boxes is where you plug everything in, and over here will be the female headers that are going to go in. So let's do this step by step. So basically here I'm just going to drop these things in just so you can see where they go. This goes over here. You're going to of course have to solder all this in. This one will go here. This one will go here. And this one has 4, which will go over here. Then we have one more that will go over right over here. And then the last one will plug right into here. Okay, so then you have 2 buttons. So basically one of them is going to go over here, and this here you can see that when you press it, it's going to reset your Arduino. Basically it's like just turning it on for the first time. And then you have another button that you can add over here. So now this button basically gives you the ability to prototype. If you need a button to test something, you can click it and prototype within it. It's already connected for you. So then you're going to have a red LED. So basically this is the positive and this short one is the negative. And the way you can tell which way it goes is because here they've created the circle for the LED, and the negative part they've cut it on this side. It's much more horizontal. So basically it's going to go in like this. So here I'm just going to drop it in for now. And over here you can see that it's circular on this side and it's flat on this side, right? So the negative will go on the flat side. So here I'm going to turn it this way. I'm going to drop it in like so. And then you're going to have the 2 resistors that come with it. Now the way to put them on is actually to bend it like this, in this shape, and just basically plug it in. And you don't have to worry about the direction, the polarity on resistors. Basically this guy just goes in here. And the same with the other one. We're going to plug this in right over here. Just like so. So then you're left with 2 capacitors. So one capacitor is going to go right over here. You should be able to see this right here. And the other capacitor is going to fit right in between over here. I should have plugged that one in first. Oh, well, it's in. So you just basically need to solder all this in. So now you're also going to have female headers, which need to go from the bottom down on these. So basically this is what's going to allow us to plug into the Arduino, just like this. See, they go in like so, all the way. So to do this, basically all you need to do is count how many you need for this side. So over here we need about 8 of these. So basically I'm just going to take my pliers and cut it, right? So I'm just going to they're going to go over here, they're going to go over here. Right? You just look at the Arduino. You have 4 sets over here. Then you have 2 over here. means that you have two of these going over here, right? So remember, when you solder it, you're going to do it from the bottom down. They're going to go in, they're going to come through these holes in this way. Okay, so once you've got that done, they give you this small breadboard. Basically this guy fits on top. Now the thing is, it comes with a sticker, but my recommendation is don't take the sticker out, just put a piece of scotch tape and drop it on top. And the reason you want to do this is because the ProtoShield also gives you the ability to work with semiconductors. So this means that, let's say, if we wanted to create a circuit with a decade counter, we could drop it right on top over here. And you can also do it in these two areas over here, or you could even put one here and solder it. Right, it's all connected, and basically it tells you where each thing is going to connect. So you would plug everything in using a wire. So the thing about this is that these holes in here, they're already made of all silver. So when you put a good size wire in, this is kind of too small. You want to get something that's a little thicker. So, but basically that's going to be how you put your Arduino together. So I'll go ahead and solder this whole ProtoShield together. Here I'm just giving you an example of soldering this. So make sure you know how to use a soldering iron, and never use one when you're wearing shorts or open-toe shoes. You don't want to drop it and burn yourself. Right? Make sure you're in a ventilated area and you're using safety glasses. So here basically you put the solder on it first and then feed in the solder. And here is the completed ProtoShield. So when you're soldering, you want to solder these female headers in first, because it will be difficult to solder it with these guys in the way. So basically when you have it done, it plugs in to the Arduino like so. So now we can give a quick test to the ProtoShield to see if we've done everything correctly. So here I'm just going to plug this into pin 13 over here and plug it into the breadboard. This is a 410K resistor. This is something that's required when you're lighting up an LED. So this is going from positive. So for the LED, we're going to hook up the positive, and this is the negative. Positive will go over here, and the negative will go into this point over here. So just know that the breadboards work vertically. These guys are all connected together. These guys are not connected together. Right there, each one is a separate strip. So when I took from positive to positive, I'm taking from positive, and now it's going to go to negative. Basically, I'm going to connect this to ground. So for that, we can take this wire over here. It doesn't matter where I connect it as long as it's on this row. And here I can connect it to ground, which is this second one. When I connect this, you'll see that the LED is now blinking.